A few days back, this video gained a lot of traction on Twitter. This was shot secretively by a drone in China. It shows Uyghurs, the Muslim minority in the Xinjiang province of China, being transported by trains with Chinese security keeping watch. The Uyghur prisoners are wearing blue jackets, their heads shaved, blindfolded and handcuffed, sitting on the ground to be transported to the supposed re-education camps as claimed by China. This is part of the cultural genocide that the Chinese Communist Party is committing on its Muslim minority. Press subscribe and hit the bell icon to never miss an update on the Young Conservatives. The Chinese Communist Party is accused of cultural genocide for detaining over 1 million Uyghurs in detention camps to change their political thinking, their identities and their religious beliefs. This is in part an effort to suppress religious freedom of the Uyghurs, given communists are eternal enemies of religion, and in part an effort to crush any dissent in the Xinjiang region of China, given its history of existence as a separate country on two different occasions in the last century. An October 2018 expose by the BBC News claimed, based on analysis of satellite imagery collected over time, that hundreds of thousands of Uyghurs must be interned in rapidly expanding camps. It was also reported in 2019 that hundreds of writers, artists and academics had been imprisoned in what the magazine qualified as an attempt to, quote, punish any form of religious or cultural expression among Uyghurs. The Chinese government denied the existence of the camps initially, but have changed their stance since to claiming that the camps serve to combat terrorism and give vocational training to the Uyghur people. Documents reveal how every aspect of a detainee's life is monitored and controlled. The students should have a fixed bed position, fixed queue position, fixed classroom seat, and fixed station during skill work, and it is strictly forbidden for this to be changed. Implementation of behavioral norms and discipline requirements for getting up, roll call, washing, going to the toilet, organizing and housekeeping, eating, studying, sleeping, closing the door, and so forth. Promoting the repentance and confession of the students for them to understand deeply the illegal, criminal and dangerous nature of their past activity. For those who harbor vague understandings, negative attitudes or even feelings of resistance, education transformation is carried out to ensure that the results are achieved. Parallel to the forceful detainment of millions of adults in 2017 alone, at least 500,000 children were also forcefully separated from their families and placed in preschool camps with prison-style surveillance systems and 10,000-volt electric fences. Satellite evidence suggests China destroyed more than 24 Uyghur Muslim religious sites between 2016 and 2018. The birth rate declined 24% across the region in 2019 alone. The efforts by the Chinese government to repress the Uyghur birth rate met the criteria of genocide under Article 2 Section D of the United Nations Genocide Convention by, quote, imposing measures intended to prevent births within the group. Despite the ongoing repression of the Uyghurs as portrayed by Western media, there have been very few protests from Islamic countries against the internment and the re-education of the ethnicity by the Chinese Communist Party. In December 2018, the Organization of Islamic Cooperation initially acknowledged the disturbing reports from the region, but the statement was later retracted and replaced by the comment that the OIC, quote, commends the efforts of the People's Republic of China in providing care to its Muslim citizens. On 17 June 2020, President Donald Trump signed the Uyghur Human Rights Policy Act, which authorizes the imposition of US sanctions against Chinese government officials responsible for re-education camps. It is very difficult to view this as anything other than a mass brainwashing scheme, designed and directed at an entire ethnic community. It is a total transformation that is designed specifically to wipe the Muslim Uyghurs of Xinjiang as a separate cultural group off the face of the earth. Don't forget to subscribe and share. Till next time, goodbye.